What's going on, Cancer? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the week of March 13th to the 19th, 2023. So in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the week, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your spirit guides and angels and much more regarding this week for you, Cancer. But before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Cancer, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that, Cancer. But without further ado, I'm now going to pull the energy and we will see what wants to come through for you for this week that we are now in, Cancer. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Cancer. Let's see what we got here for you, Cancer, for this week. Wow. Oh boy. Okay, Cancer. So let's start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. What frequency do you need more of this week? The first frequency you need more of this week is productivity in reverse. Okay, whenever productivity in reverse comes out, Cancer, it talks about you having a certain latent ability, skill, like a true virtue of yours that is currently not being expressed. And I'm getting it's not being expressed because of some sort of environmental situation that you're in. For a lot of you, there's a message coming through about show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You know what I mean? You are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with, Cancer. And so if you have big dreams and aspirations to achieve whatever you want in this life, knowing that you truly deserve the best, knowing that as like when you identify with pure source consciousness rather than your limited perspective, anything is available to you. But what I'm getting is that you're basically being infected right now with the beliefs of other people, even if it's very subtle, and it's really holding you back. So productivity in reverse, Cancer. So don't try to be too productive this week. There's something about a complete reset in your life. Like, we're going to see what it's about as we go through. Now, you also have organization in reverse. So what frequency do you need more of? Organization in reverse, Cancer. Whenever this particular card, organization in reverse, comes out in this deck, it's showing you that you are, to whatever degree, it's going to be different degrees to different Cancers, but you're addicted to chaos. Okay, so there's something about, it's not time to organize your life right now, Cancer. It's not time to get productive, to get too organized, because if you try to get productive, if you try to organize your life from where you currently are right now, there's something about your foundation is shot. It's almost like you're trying to build your castle, but it's in sand, so it's going to be washed away. And for a lot of you, I'm going to be honest, I do feel like this is based on some sort of toxic work environment, some sort of toxic family environment, or some sort of toxic romantic, whoever like you're living, or there's some sort of a thing about like your immediate root chakra needs to change, because you're never going to make, like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Now, the other frequency, the last one you need more of, is change. So change, Cancer, right? So there's something about you listening to your intuition, because your intuition has been screaming you, has been trying to tell you something that you may have been ignoring up until this point this week. So let's go ahead and get into your opportunity. Your opportunity this week is the High Priestess, Cancer. The High Priestess is, to me personally, the High Priestess in my own personal preference, is above any queen. She's even above the Empress. Why? Because the High Priestess does not rely on anyone for her own connection to Source. She does not rely on a man to be connected, like seeking for my other half. Of course, the Hierophant is the other half to the High Priestess to a certain degree, but I'm just getting something about self-reliance this week, Cancer. Like, don't be afraid to go your own way and potentially cut off relationships. You know, there may be some really toxic relationships that you're looking to cut out this week. We're going to see why the High Priestess is your opportunity in a moment. When it comes to your challenge, Cancer, it's the Ace of Pentacles. So your challenge, the Ace of Pentacles, is you can't really successfully get something started from where you are because, once again, your foundation is really bad. Like, there's something about you being very addicted to chaos, and I want to say, I'm not above this, Cancer. You know, my parents got divorced, and so there's a certain level of chaos that it exists even in my own present life. And when things go too smoothly, it seems foreign. It seems very hard to get anything going. Some of you are unaware of this, though, and so I'm trying to be nice about it. But I could go the other way and basically tell you, like, we'll see why the Ace of Pentacles is your challenge in a moment. It has to do with that productivity card in reverse. Like, you're very skilled, talented, but you're just not surrounded by the right people. That's what I'm getting. Now, before I started this YouTube channel, I had a moment where I basically had to let go of all my friends. You know, I cut off so many people, Cancer. People didn't understand that, but now that they see my success, they're like, okay, I guess he had to do what he had to do. And that's just the truth. Now, this is your overall general energy this week, Cancer. So, I don't know what's going on. It's going to be different details for all of you out there, but you have the Death card, the Tower card, and the Nine of Swords. Something comes to an end. Some sort of foundation you've been trying to keep together finally comes to an end. And this isn't, it's coming through as finally. You know what I mean? We're going to have to clarify what this is about. So, whatever you have going on this week, Cancer, you don't need it anymore. The universe, if the universe takes something away from you, if the universe takes a relationship away from you and you actually have more peace on the other side of it, you didn't lose anything. You gained it. Let me repeat that. Because it seems like, because whenever the Tower comes up, that's more of the universe is involved now. Once again, your opportunity, major arcana, you have two major arcanas here in your overall general energy. So the universe, there's something going on a little bit beyond, out of your control. So whatever the universe takes away from you, you didn't actually lose if it gives you peace. Now, it might not give you immediate peace because of your subconscious programming, but that's a whole different story for you to look at in your advice. Now, when it comes to, you're going to have to be a little bit, I'm getting you being ruthless right now, Cancer, in order for you to, like, make your dreams the priority here. In what you don't see coming, you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Six of Wands, and you also have the King of Swords here in what you don't see coming. And you see how this all leads into victory. See, you letting go of something that you know, whatever foundation you have, you letting go of that foundation leads to your success. You see how the Eight of Cups here is walking right into that Six of Wands and also the King of Swords. What I'm getting from this very strongly is that so many of you are much closer to success, much like you're very close to manifesting whatever it is you want. I understand many of you have been putting in the work, many of you have been doing the inner work, the outer work even, but what I'm getting from this is you're very close to manifestation as long as you can let go of this thing that's basically infecting your foundation. Now, I can even remember, like, when I was still in college and I had to live with my mother for a while, and she was like constantly playing like Fox 5 or like CNN, and I would like wake up from the other room and I could hear it, and I would like flip out. Like, there's almost this period that you have to go to right now of a complete reset where you're very conscious about not just the food you eat, but what media are you taking in. But the sad thing about this is you could you could read 1,000,000 books, you could eat right, you could meditate every day, as long as there's some sort of, I'm getting a person, there's some sort of person around you. For many of you, this is going to be some sort of love situation that is completely, they're not interested in success in the same way as you are. I don't care who this is. Whoever you're surrounded by, they simply do not have the same dreams and aspirations as you. They don't. And so that's why basically your opportunity is to go your own way. When it comes to the advice, you have an eclipse, Cancer. You're never going to get more clarity than you have this week. There's something that like, I'm getting this download. I mean, this is eclipse energy, Cancer. This is the advice. The sun, the moon, and also the Nine of Pentacles. What I'm getting from this is, like, it's never going to be more clear to you than what you have to do this week. The danger is some of you know exactly what you need to let go of, but you're not going to do it because of the sake of convenience or potentially because of some money issue. I understand there's a living situation that a lot of you are attached to, so there's no judgment here. But what I'm telling you is the advice is the Nine of Pentacles and the opportunity is the High Priestess. We don't see no man on here. We don't see no, if you're a man, you know, for whatever you are, we don't see no ladies on here, right? It's just you and your own intuition and your own thoughts and really nature. So I don't know what's going on here, Cancer. It's a breakup for some of you, for sure. A friendship that goes away. Like, I had to do this, like, along my journey, and it's not fun. But let's see, let's go ahead and get into this reading for you and see why the High Priestess is here, Cancer. Why is the High Priestess here for you? Some of you know exactly why you keep staying the same, but it's like this pattern you're very, like, it's hard to let go of, the subconscious pattern. Let's see why the High Priestess is here. Well, it's a little too many, Cancer. The High Priestess, Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of... There's definitely something... Love could be distracting you from your purpose right now. But hold on, two more here. Why is the High Priestess here for you and your opportunity? Yeah, I mean, the Hermit is popping out. Okay, yeah, we're going to take these. The High Priestess and your opportunity is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Chariot, and also the Page of Pentacles here in your opportunity. So this is you really gearing up to make your push for, like, to take over the world, or to change your physical life here, Cancer. There's something here that there's an action you need to take to go away, right? The High Priestess and combined with the Chariot is about, like, listening to your intuition. Where do you need to travel to? For a lot of you, there's an opportunity that, I'm going to just be honest with you, because of the overall general energy, anywhere but where you are is better. Like, here's the thing. If you hold on to this, Cancer, I don't think anything horrible is going to happen to you, but the most horrible thing that can happen to you is if you don't achieve your goals, if you don't achieve your dreams, if you don't do the thing you know the universe is putting on your heart to do. You know you have all the capability, and, like, there's just a risk of your dreams not manifesting here because you're addicted to some sort of chaos when it comes to people, okay? So just be aware of that. There's something about getting the hell out of where you are. Let's go ahead and see why the Death card is here when it comes to your overall general energy this week, Cancer. So you could be having a little bit of a crazy week for some of you. Let's see why the Death card is here. The Death card in your overall general energy is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and also the Four of Swords. You need to heal yourself from some sort of... it's going to be more extreme for others of you. It's going to be less extreme than others of you. You're surrounded by some lost people. I'm just going to be honest. Like, the Queen of Swords is pointing right at that Five of Pentacles here, Cancer. And you also have the Four of Swords. There's some sort of really weird situation that you're meant to heal from. And what I'm getting from this, it's more extreme for others of you. It's less extreme than others of you. The less extreme people, you just have people who don't want to take it to the level that you're going to take it to in terms of material success, in terms of creating a family, in terms of you really becoming the best possible version of yourself. You're just surrounded by people who wouldn't really care. What I'm getting is you're surrounded by people who would rather take part in immediate gratification and pleasure-seeking activities that ultimately keep you stuck in kind of a perpetual negative looping lifeline. Now, for others of you, I am being called to be a little bit more direct about, like, you know, there's some, like, you want to know why you're all messed up, Cancer? You want to know why you're all messed up? Just look at the bums you hang out with. Now, some of you just got offended because you have a belief system that says, like, I'd rather eat crumbs with bums than eat steaks with snakes. And perhaps that's a belief system that why do you have to eat steaks with snakes? Why can't you eat steaks with kings and queens? Now, I understand many of you don't eat steak, so why don't you eat your favorite avocado toast with people, like, so I don't know. It's let's see what the Tower's here. You want to know why you're all messed up? Just look at the bums you hang out with. That's all I got to say. Now, some of you are offended because you're like, well, I know they're bums, but they're my bums, or like I love them, or like whatever. But it's like, yeah, you can do that, all that. But your career, this little aspiration that you have, you can kiss that goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Now, some of you are mad at me. I'm just speaking it the truth. The truth is this. If people cannot handle it, that is not my problem. That is not my problem. Oh, like Raven from That's So Raven. That is, or no, the lady from Drake and Josh, who used to work in the you know, Drake and Josh, the lady who used to work in the movie theater. That is not my job. Okay, why is the Tower here? Something you don't want to let go of, but the universe, like, man, it's something that you could also not see coming. The Tower is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Magician in reverse, and also the Page of Cups here, Cancer. So this is, once again, all your potential is going out the window because of the individual that you're attached to. Page of Cups, I'm getting a very immature individual. They could be mature in some ways, but like just overall, this is your potential, Cancer. This is you right now because of who you're attached to. And it may be very sad for you to let go of this thing, but it's really up to you. I want to make that, like, everything in a life is a choice. So I don't know. Let's see also why is the Eight of Cups here in what you don't see coming? Because for what you don't see coming, a lot of you choose to finally walk away, to let go of this foundation. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the High Priestess and the Tower. The Tower is in your overall general energy. The High Priestess is your opportunity. So we're kind of being played with by the universe at this point. And it's also clarified by the Sun, the Emperor, and also the Seven of Swords here, Cancer. So your happiness here really is about putting up a boundary against some sort of scheme in your life. Like, and I feel like the scheme is just, you know, it's just something about your immediate environment. Once again, remember that organization and productivity are what you have in reverse. It's because, like, whatever room you try to set up shop in, or there could be something about, it's just, it ain't it. You know what I mean? And I feel like you know this. Now, so what do you do now that you know you have to let go? That's the hardest thing, is just to let go and find some sort of, because once again, a lot of you are addicted to chaos, so you're never going to be able to manifest success. Like, you can manifest success from that, but it's just, like, I don't know. Let's see what the now let's get some let's see why the Six of Wands is here in your, in what you don't see coming. The Six of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and also the Four of Wands here, Cancer. Yeah, your success is going to come when you can have a major ending. And the universe is giving you that opportunity this week, but a lot of you are still going to remain attached. Instead of going to the Ten of, like, just being like, okay, bye, I'm over, many of you are going to stay in this. Many of you are going to stay in that. So all of the stability, you know, you have two fours here, the Four of Wands and the Four, like, there's other people out there for you, Cancer, but there's something about your immediate situation that needs to change. Sometimes it's better to sleep on a friend's couch. Sometimes it's better to do anything than to remain stuck in a toxic, and for a lot of you, potentially abusive. Many of you are in some sort of abusive environment as well. How are you going to create any sort of value if you allow yourself to be abused? Like, people can read, like, here's the thing, like, people can know what's going on in someone's life, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure many of you can even read, you look at me, you can probably see a certain shadow that's not being expressed through verbal. I mean, I'm literally doing this reading in a onesie. I'm literally a zebra giving you a reading. So, you know, sometimes I'm like, I really think, like, my mental illness is the reason for my success. And I don't mean illness because I think autism is a neurotype. It's not an illness. It's not a disorder. It's more of a neurotype. But I don't I don't know where this is going. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see why the Nine of Pentacles is your advice, because I really feel like this is you going your own way. You have the Moon and you have the Sun. You need to make something in your unconscious mind conscious, Cancer, and that's what your opportunity is. Whenever the Sun and the Moon comes out, it's making the unconscious conscious, finally seeing something. And I feel like there could be a breaking point that happens for you this week. Why is the Nine of... and some of you have other places to go. Like, some of you literally, like... It's not that you're stuck in isolation. Like, some of you have places to go. It's just a little bit inconvenient. Why is the Nine of The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Judgment card, the Eight of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Your destiny lies on the other side of you breaking away from some sort of foundation, Cancer. You making the judgment and then doing it fast, too. Listen, Buddha said the illusion is we think we have time. You make this judgment, speed. You know, how do you think, like, airplanes fly through the air? It's speed. Speed defies space and time. Like, speed can change space and time. And so there's something about your destiny, like you're not really living in alignment with your destiny right now because there's some sort of foundation that needs to blow up. That foundation is going to look a little bit different for many of you, but you know exactly what it is. So with that being said, Cancer, I'm going to conclude this reading. I hope that it helped you, and I'll talk to you next time. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.